Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC, what I thought about AMC earnings, and some kind of cool news about AMC. And do I still think AMC is going to go through a squeeze? I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion and for educational purposes only. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So right now, AMC currently at $33.71. So let's kind of dive in and see what's been going on with AMC. We did have AMC earnings recently, and we do see that AMC is getting closer to profitability. Once again, we see that there's a lot of moviegoers who are flooding the movie theaters. This goes to show that the business model is still super viable, that AMC hasn't really lost that kind of hope yet. But we take a look, a little bit more of a bigger look, and seeing that, okay, obviously AMC, because of the pandemic, struggled a lot. It struggled a lot to make money, and it definitely struggled a lot to kind of stay afloat for a little bit. It kind of put itself in a lot of debt, and that's kind of normal. With AMC, you have to understand that just because, people were not allowed to go to the movie theaters, there wasn't really much that AMC could kind of do on that aspect altogether. But we saw with the recent earnings that they did beat Wall Street expectations. I believe they put up a negative 71 cents per share, which means that their losses are getting more narrow. We see, like I said, people going back to the movie theaters, which is very, very good for the overall stock. Now, we also see some interesting news that's kind of been happening with AMC. We see that there's still a lot of people buying AMC stock. A lot of people still thinking that AMC is going to go through a squeeze. And we also see that there's still a lot of big-time investors. I know, there's a lot of big-time investors who hold a lot of or big positions in AMC stock. We saw that a New Jersey fund actually bought a lot of AMC stock as well because he kind of wants to ride the waves. Yes, we have been kind of in a stagnant sideways trading zone when it comes to AMC, but we could definitely see that there's still a lot of buy orders for AMC stock, that a lot of people are still buying up the stock as much as possible. And this is a very good sign. It shows that, the apes have not given up yet on AMC. You know what I mean? People are still kind of bullish on the stock. We'll take a look at the 1 week chart, up 3.01%. Looking at the 1 month chart, down about 17.08%. And looking at the 3 month chart, it's still up 152%, which is very, very good. Which means that AMC is still doing its job as an overall company. And, like I said, but there's actually also been some interesting news with AMC as well. We could definitely see that AMC is working towards adopting Bitcoin, which is very, very good. It goes to show that, AMC is trying to be super, super innovative. It shows that they're trying to play their part as an overall company and to kind of stay afloat. A lot of people thinking that AMC is going to go bankrupt, but for me personally, I don't think AMC is going to go bankrupt. I still think AMC has a very good business model, and we can definitely see with the recent surge of people actually going back to the movies that people love going to the movie theaters. And we see that, that's kind of a dying trend that, in my opinion, is never really going to die. I still think that AMC, with them starting to accept Bitcoin, are trying to stay innovative. They're trying to stay afloat. But where does this leave the overall squeeze aspect of AMC? A lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people have been waiting for AMC to go through a short squeeze. Is it ever going to happen? Me personally, I do think it is going to happen. I do think that AMC is going to go through a short squeeze, but it's going to be tough to say when AMC is actually going to go through a short squeeze. We know that there's still a lot of big-time hedge funds who are still shorting the stock, taking advantage of the market conditions and trying to push down AMC as much as possible. We do know that, these hedge funds or people who are shorting the stock have not covered their positions just yet, which idolizes that the fact that eventually these hedge funds do have to cover their positions at some point. It's not like they have to pay back the shares. It's not like it's free shares. They do have to pay them back. But with these hedge funds, they want to pay them back at the lowest prices possible, which does idolize the theory that, these hedge funds are going to keep growing their short positions. They're going to keep trying to kind of attain the lowest price possible to pay back these shares. And knowing how these hedge funds work, and we saw what happened with GameStop a couple of months back, we saw that these hedge funds don't want to lose to the retail traders. They lost billions of dollars on GameStop stock, and they don't want the same to happen with AMC, but AMC has kind of been on a steady decline ever since. But we could see that there's a lot of stuff that's kind of affecting that, market conditions and stuff like that. And we see that, like I said, there's still a lot of people who are buying AMC stock. So people haven't generally given up on the idea of AMC overall together. But for me, I still do think that AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze. Now, if we take a look at the 1 year chart, we saw this happen in January 27th of 2021. And the stock traded sideways for a very long time before the stock got a prop up once again. I think it's going to be kind of the same thing that we're seeing here. That AMC has just kind of been in a sideways trading motion. No one's really giving too much attention to the stock. But no one has really given up because we could see that AMC has not crashed. Like, no one is selling the stock. Yes, it is trading about 50% from its all-time high, but that could be attributed to a lot of things. You know, like hedge funds actually still growing their short positions in AMC stock. People still trying their best to do whatever it takes to push the stock down so they can pay back the shares at the lowest price possible. But we've seen that there's a lot of buy orders that are outweighing the sell orders. And this goes to show that there's still people who are super, super bullish on the stock. Like, no one's really kind of given up hope on that aspect. And no one's really even, you know, kind of given up hope on the fact that they've sold their AMC positions. You know, people are still taking advantage and buying the dips on AMC stock. And this kind of leads the question and kind of in the gray dark is people say, okay, you know, AMC is going to go through a short squeeze. The stock's going to squeeze, et cetera, et cetera. But when is it going to happen? And that's the biggest thing. You cannot put a time limit on the market. You know, things do happen at random. And that's the thing too, you know, if you truly believe in the stock and you truly believe in itself, then AMC, I do eventually think it is going to go through a short squeeze. But I do think it is kind of cool that AMC is kind of trying to be innovative. You know, they're basically going to start accepting Bitcoin. You know what I mean? We see that they're getting closer and closer to profitability once again. There's a lot of big box office movie releases that are coming out. So we can see that AMC is still doing its job as an overall company, but I think it's overall just the kind of time span with AMC stock that's kind of leaving it under the dark. But I have not given up hope on AMC. I still have a lot of my position in AMC. I haven't sold anything just yet because I do think that AMC is eventually going to squeeze. I don't think it's avoidable. I don't think it's something that can kind of be worked around because until these hedge funds do cover their short positions, AMC is always going to have that chance to kind of go through a short squeeze. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC adopting Bitcoin. Do you think that was a very smart idea for AMC to kind of start adopting Bitcoin? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.